All right, so quick story before we get into this kind of side control idea, okay? So there's this thing in jiu-jitsu, right, where you don't bench press. Okay? The reason why you don't bench press people on top of you is because when you bench press, what you're doing is as you're pushing weight up, you're also pushing weight down, okay? So if the goal for me is to get on my side, hip escape, and create mobility, then what I do not want to do is fix myself to the mat by pressing somebody up, okay? What goes up must come down, so as I press up, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? So as I push up, I'm pushing that weight back down through my arms equally, okay? So I bring this up because I was training with one of my peers, black belt, 3rd degree black belt, and I passed his guard. And the next thing I know, a really strong guy, the next thing I know, he just presses me right off, okay? And I'm a little upset, and I say, hey, I thought there's no bench press in jiu-jitsu, just kind of tongue in cheek. And he says, it wasn't a bench press, it was a decline press. So I started thinking, well, if you don't want to press up, right? So if I press upwards, then I push myself back in the mat. So what happens if I decline press, right? So theoretically, if I push down, then I move my body upwards, right? The same idea with an incline press. If I push upwards, then I'm simultaneously pushing my body downwards, okay? So it kind of led me into understanding a little bit more about how to get out of side control, the side control position, all right? So we're gonna kind of work on this in a transition. So as Bryson's passing my guard here, he's gonna move over to the side, okay? And as he moves over to the side, I'm getting my frame, all right? Now, if I just press up, then what's gonna happen is I'm just putting weight down, eventually he's gonna collapse right on top of me, okay? So in this situation, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an inventory. Where is he at right now? Right now his body is up closer towards my head, so I've got my framing. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk his body above my head. And now I'm gonna get my knee back in front to recover my guard, okay? Pass my guard, start from the beginning. So now Bryson's gonna start from the beginning, okay? So he's gonna start to pass, right? I get my frame up here, and because he's high, I simply move him above my head, okay? Now it's not gonna be enough to just move him, because look, it's gonna be hard for me to get my knee in, so I walk myself away, my leg comes over, I can get my arm over, my leg over, or right now with this arm here, go right into a butterfly hook, and start attacking this arm. Okay, control. Okay. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, if he passes my guard, but he's low on my hips, he passes, right, he's low on my hips, and look how I use my frame to push him down towards my hips. Now what I'm gonna do, instead of walking myself away, I'm gonna walk towards him, and then get my legs out here. So I'm, in a sense, doing a decline press, right? So once again, he's gonna pass my guard, but I am able to catch him at my hips. Pass him, catch him at my hip. So now look, I have to walk my hips towards him. So I'm moving into him. I'm gonna bridge into him, little bridge. And I'm just gonna use my frame to push down and simultaneously push my body up. So what it looks like here with nobody on top is if he's passing and he gets on my hip, then I'm gonna start to press, walk my hips into him, and then as I push downward, I'm also gonna try to push myself away from him. That allows me the opportunity to get my legs back in front, okay? The other thing here is if he gets up high, right, then I'm gonna press him above as I walk myself away from him, and then I'm gonna get my legs back in position, almost like a high guard, right? So one more time, is as he's passing my guard here, I have to take an inventory of where he's at. If he's high, I push him above my head, my knee up, and I recover my guard. He stays low, and I'm doing a little decline press to get my side control back, okay? So really interesting way of thinking about side control escapes during that guard pass where somebody's kind of above your head or at your hips, and learning how to frame them over, a little incline press, or frame them down towards your hips with a decline press. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, check out the channel. Also be sure to check out the links in the description. I've got some more great stuff for you. Thank you.